Hey, welcome back to another episode on the BigBrainCraft server. So, here's what I'm thinking. I gotta build a little bit of a farm just to keep up with my farms on my base. I gotta do a little more hoedown stuff, and there's something special in this episode, so we'll probably get to that sooner rather than later. So, and the whole time, I'm gonna talk about myself. I'm gonna introduce you guys to myself, and we'll have ourselves a great episode. Hey, so we're just here in my mini hole. We're going to make this a larger hole, and we're going to put cactuses in it. Cactus farm. Check. So I'm going to show you how the basic concept is done, and then I'll do it up, and maybe then you can make yourself one. Step 1, making a hole. Hopefully filling it with blocks you like. Step 2, put water in the hole. You go block, sand, cactus, fence. Step 4, put something over the top of it to make it look like a cactus. And hang out. Looking good, looking good. It doesn't look like a cactus at all, but good try. Good try. So as we head on to hoedown, we'll talk about the first question. What does your screen name come from, and what's my age? And I guess I could throw in where I live and what's my birthday. So my screen name comes actually from, well, there's a lot of different origins of it, and it's great. So I DJ'd before, and I called myself by my name, and I found out that someone else had my name or had a DJ name with my name. So I switched it over to SaskaWatch because I live in Saskatchewan, and I was going to get watched. I wanted to be watched as a DJ. So now on YouTube, right, I'm getting watched, so SaskaWatch works very well, and I kept with that, and I've always been someone to get original names and just keep going with them. And yeah, I'm 31 years old. Birthday's in December, so I'll be 32 this year. So what's my favorite color, and what's my lucky number? So my favorite color is green, and it's because green has popped up so much in my life, and you'll find out kind of as I keep answering stuff about it. But yeah, that my favorite color is green. End of story right there. And then my next thing, my lucky number, 4. Why 4? Once again, one of those things that just kept popping up in my life. Wanted to be number 13 for a while, right? Couldn't be number 13 because they got rid of that number at my high school. So I picked 4 because 1 and 3 make 4. That was my sister's favorite number. There's a lot of stuff like that, and 4's kind of become my number. Favorite NBA player, Dirk Nowitzki, 41. My football number 40. 444. So it's just kind of my thing. This just in, breaking news. SaskaWatch has just dropped a diss track. What is this, 2016 or something? Well, let's go check it out. Woohoo, Pigstep. Minecraft original. Kaubee, you ready for this diss track? I don't know if I am. You ready to get hit with this? You here to rap battle me, Kaubee. Here for rhymes hotter than wasabi. Maybe I should come after some of it, but I kinda like how ya boys run it. I'm here dropping L's for the wither boss. Ain't the skelly bot here to cross. Hear him snoring in these artifacts. What'll wake him? Tears or a couple stacks? Woo! That's just the first 8 bars. Ready for the next 8? Coming at ya. The skeleton disciples behind the scenes, here to keep peace, hardly never seen. Gotta keep balance like yin and yang. Stop the poison of the wither fang. Trying to corrupt the BigBrainCraft. Your takeover was telegraphed. Trying to find me, hard that'll be. Like John Cena, you can't see me. Woo! That'll be dropping L's all over this. Oh, that was fun. I've always wanted to do a little bit of rap. DJ, a little bit of rap. Let's get back to the show. Kaubee, take these L's. See you later. Do I have any pets? I do have pets, and I do and I don't. So where I live, I cannot have some, but I have animals, and they live at my parents' place, and I just love them to death, even though I can't have them myself. One's a dog and one's a cat, and well, technically I still live with one animal, and that's my girlfriend's turtle. What sport do I like the most? It's gonna be basketball, hands down. Is my favorite sport. I coach it. I used to play it. If I could, I would still play it if I could play it. Now I'm not living in my home center that makes it just as hard to find someone to play with. What films do I love the most? Now that's a great question. Even I can question myself on that sometimes. I would say hands down Rush Hour or anything Ninja Turtles. Those are some of my favorite movies. In recent memory, I love a lot of the Marvel movies. And that's not just me being basic and being like, yeah, I love those movies because everyone else loves them. No, I truly do like Marvel movies, and I know people are getting sick of them, but I think it's just a great idea, a great concept. It's like having a TV show, but done in a very long sequence. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? That's another good question. I would personally say I'm an introvert, right? People make me exhausted because I have to think so much when I speak. Like, I think a lot when I speak. It was taught to me at a young age because my mouth was faster than my brain when I was young. So I was taught that very quickly. I am an introvert, but I do some extroverted stuff. But I think most introverts are like that. And all we need after is just some extra time. What made me join the BigBrainCraft server? Another great good question. What made me join? Well, plain and simple, what made me join is I wanted to talk Minecraft more. I love Minecraft. I want to talk about it at work with my fellow colleagues, but they don't see it same eye to eye as me. Like, I work as a teacher, and some people love video games even as a teacher, but not the people I work with. So a lot of the time I find myself quite alone, and then I come home and I want to play games with my friends, and I get it. Like, sometimes I bore them, or I'm over, like I do too much. I did too much on my realm, and I wanted them to do so much more. And it just kind of pulled away from that. So then I was like, well, I started YouTube. I need to find more people that want to do this with me. So let's do that, because what's better than playing with people? And I joined the server, and why I'm staying is everyone on this server so far that I've met, great people. I like these big brainers. They're very kind and accepting of everyone going on in everyone's life. So I'm glad that they accepted me, and I just hope I can help them grow and help myself grow, just get better at doing this whole YouTube thing. What is your biggest achievement? That's a great question. I'm gonna have to say my education, and it's not just because it's it's not a normal education. There was a lot that happened. They always tested me for struggling, and they thought I was struggling in school, and I ended up testing very well on those tests, and so I ended up with them saying like, oh, you got nothing wrong with you, and then later finding out in university that there was stuff wrong with me, a lot of learning disabilities, and so that kind of stung when that happened, but I think that's kind of inspiring, and in a family that didn't value education at the top of its list, to be able to do that kind of stuff and have the opportunity to have an education, university education was great. If you knew truly who I was, you would think it's an awesome thing. And for some of you, university education is expected of you, and it wasn't expected of me. So I hope if you are expected to get that, you do your best job at it. And if you're not expected to get one, then prove people wrong. Have I ever met anyone famous? Oh, actually I have a few famous people stories. My favorite one is about being in Saskatoon, and we were going to go see Grand Theft, and one of my friends got into a car accident, so we were waiting for a tow truck. We were going to be late. We got there just in time to see the gaff close out and Grand Theft start playing. And the coolest thing is I barely knew the gaff, and he's famous in Saskatchewan as a DJ. Barely knew the guy and didn't know Grand Theft at all. And he actually let me come on stage and take pictures of him from my phone. And yeah, it was so awesome. And that's just the start of the night. So we were at the club in Saskatoon, and it was a university bar, and later I found out some more stories about it, but we were hanging out, and Grand Theft just finished his set, and next thing you know, the fire alarm gets pulled. Well, it wasn't anyone that wanted the fire alarm pulled, not the people partying, but there wasn't a lot of people there, so that sucked. And we were kind of hanging out after the show, kind of all sulking, oh, that sucked, we still got a party. And some people were like, oh, we should go here, this is usually pretty good in Saskatoon. So we went to the free house, but before we were going to the free house, we look up and we see the gaff with Grand Theft, and we yell at him, hey, we're going to the free house, come get a beer. And next thing you know, Grand Theft comes and sits with us, not even just comes in, doesn't go get a drink, comes and sits down with us at the free house. And that was cool. That was one of the coolest things ever. So that's how it started. And then we're like, oh, we're hungry. We're going to go get some food. He's like, yeah, I could go for some McDonald's right now. And next thing you know, he's my friend goes, oh, there's a 24-hour Indian food restaurant in Saskatoon. You should meet us there. Well, we get there, and the waitress goes, oh, are you these people? And we're like, yeah, and takes us downstairs. And Grand Theft is waiting downstairs, eating some Indian food, waiting for us, hanging out. And that was the coolest thing ever, is hanging out with Grand Theft in the basement of this 24-hour Indian food restaurant. Great food, great company. It was awesome. I enjoyed every second of it. Do you still have your childhood teddy bear? And I do still have Benjamin, and yes, his name is Benjamin. Had him for a long time. Ugliest teddy bear, feels like a rug, but I love the guy. He doesn't have his suit anymore. He doesn't have his bow tie. Well, it was like a vest, and doesn't have his bow tie. But him and Molly, I cannot find Molly anywhere, so hopefully sometime my family can find Molly for me. I also have my childhood blanket, and I love that thing. And so a few of my nieces and nephews have had it, and it's still soft as ever, and I love that thing. If I won the lottery, what would I do? I would probably clear some of my family's debt, to be honest. I've said that every time someone asks me, what would you do if you won the lottery? And I would clear lots of my family's debt, my sisters, my brothers, my mom, my dad, just so they can live a better life. Hopefully, if I had it not, depending on what I got, I would like to, pay some education for my nieces and nephews, tell them that's important. So those are just a few of the minor things I would do. Well, it's pretty major, but that's the first thing I would do. Then I would invest and then use that money in places that need it, right? Can I impersonate anyone famous? Well, you guys have already heard some of my impressions. My grandma's favorite is always when I do Elvis. She likes Elvis, so she loved when I did Elvis. I'm all shook up. It's my blue suede shoes. I don't really know any of his stuff, but she really, when I would hear him, I would just talk like him. I'm Elvis Presley, y'all. I know kung fu. So there's that. That's an impersonation. Everyone does an Arnold. Get to the chopper, get down. I don't even know how good that was. Didn't sound like one of my best ones of him. I do. FwuffyPancake here. Who else? Do or do not. There is no try. I could do a Wookiee. Oh, that was a bad one. Hold on. Give me a... I do it in D&D every Tuesday. So, well, Star Wars Age of Rebellion. It's just... Chewbacca. He's probably just turning in his grave right now. That was pretty damn bad. If you were offered to become a superhero, what would your powers be? My friend Stangleberry, who's affiliated on Twitch finally. Woo! Celebrate that. So if you ever want to watch Thursdays and Saturdays, He does his Twitch stream, so if you want to go see him, Stangleberry, twitch.tv/Stangleberry, I guess it would be what it is. So there's that. But I've always told him, and hopefully he can guess it before I say it. So if he's watching, you should guess it right now. But if I could take people's pain, like, and turn it into like kinetic energy or some kind of energy blast, I think that would be the coolest superhero ever. But the thing is, every time you take someone's pain, it ooh, little boy, get away! No one wants you. Every time you take someone's pain, it leaves either an emotional or physical scar on your body. So every time you do it, it gets worse. And like I guess in the end, your biggest obstacle or your biggest what's the word I'm looking for? You guys are smarter than I am. Your kryptonite would be really your mental health. Hey, I think that's all we got time for today. Yeah. It's been a busy day for me. I had to do report card comments and finish this for everyone. And this should be out tomorrow, so I got to do some editing. It's pretty late right now, so hopefully I'm not up all night. So, yeah, I'll see you soon, and goodbye. Hey, I hope you liked the rap. I had a lot of fun doing that. No bad blood between Kaubee and I. It's all for fun, all for a good storyline.